Sitting here presenting at Summit as top coach is something I would have never believed possible 6 years ago. For those of you that didn't know me then, I'd like to share with you where and who I was. I was a mama of 2 toddlers. I was $100,000 in debt from another business, drowning in stress, insecurity, wrapped up in disordered eating and therefore self-hatred. My marriage was struggling. I didn't have any special personality trait that set me apart, no magical background, no big friends list. Heck, I didn't even have Instagram. So how does somebody like that become top coach? Let me take you back to the beginning and share some things I think made all the difference. The first thing I did was make a decision. After 14 months of floundering around in a challenge group and 3 months as a coach, I finally made a decision on July 6th, 2015. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had just gotten off a call with a guest speaker who inspired me to no end. Probably a lot of you will feel the same this weekend as you hear from some incredible leaders. I was at that jumping off place where I knew I was either gonna stay stuck in the fear of what other people thought of me or take the leap and go for it. I texted my coach at 10 p.m. and said, I'm in. I am all in. One thing I know about this business is you have to show up and work at the level of where you want to go, not where you are, or you'll never get where you want to go. I didn't just check the boxes on the business activity tracker. I 10x'd the boxes every chance I got. I took massive action. You gotta ask yourself if you're interested in this business or committed. Up to that point, I had just been interested. I had been doing what I wanted to do, what was easy, when it fit in, no more. Now I was committed. It was a non-negotiable. I showed up every day, no matter how hard the day, no matter how little time I had, all in. We all have a sign-up date and a start date. That day was my start date. The second thing I did was lean into my journey. Let me say that again. I leaned all into my journey. Do you want to know the magical answer to getting unstuck in your business? Don't focus on your business. Focus on your journey. Listen to this. After my first full year in the business, I ended the year with 7 diamond coaches. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing. I had mentored and tried to help dozens and dozens of people. So what is the significance of those 7 coaches and why had those 7 succeeded? I started digging into it and trying to find the why. From the outside looking in, you would have never guessed that those 7 would have gone on to achieve success. You wouldn't have looked at me and thought that either. So what was the common denominator between all of us? We embraced the journey. Nutrition, fitness, mindset, community. Our lives changed dramatically after literally just a week or 2 of following those vital behaviors. Why so drastically? Why so quickly? Because we all did what we were told to do. Not some of it, all of it. No cutting corners. We have an expression on my team, get in the middle of the bed. We were all in the middle of the bed. Team Together Rising may be some huge top team now, but truthfully, it was built on the foundation of just 7 people, linking arms, getting in the middle of the bed, going all in on a mission to pay the gift forward that had so dramatically changed our lives and our families. Number 3, borrow belief until you find your own. Allow the stories you hear this weekend to be a glimpse and a real life example of what is possible in your own life. I had absolutely no belief in myself when I got here, but I saw around me what was possible. I'll never forget my first coach summit, looking up at the stage in awe of the top coaches. My friend and teammate was sitting next to me in the nosebleeds, and she said, Moira, you'll be up there one day. I thought she was crazy. But what I did in that moment was I borrowed her belief in me until I could build my own. I continue to do that to this day. I really think my team still believes in me more than I actually believe in myself. I also get to pour that belief back into my team every day, which is quite possibly the best job ever. Number 4, I worked on my thinking more than anything. One of my favorite quotes is this: watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Yes, I started out reading personal development for 10 minutes a day. And truth be told, that practice completely changed me, my mindset, and my family. But I also went to live seminars. When I didn't have the time, when I didn't have the money, I figured it out. And I really dug in and did the work. I remember my first really big diamond retreat a few years back. 50 diamond coaches, January, top of the year. Everybody had the goal of being elite that year. We worked so hard. Guess how many ended up going elite? 1. So what's the difference between diamond coaches and elite? We're actually doing the exact same business activities. It isn't what we are doing, it's how we think. Elite coaches, they don't have excuses. They don't speak negatively. There's no victim mentality, no poor me. They focus on their wins. They see that life happens for them, not to them. They see the positive in everything. They see obstacles as opportunities. They see failure as lessons learned. They don't compare. They're inspired by people that are actually doing more than them. I had the awesome opportunity to listen to Glennon Melton speak just as I was starting out my coaching journey. And I remember someone in the audience asking this $1 million question at the end. How do you find your purpose? Her answer, go where you're envious. You guys have all these examples right in front of you, showing you where you want to go. You can choose to feel less than, inferior, or you can choose to be inspired. What's it gonna be? Number 5, choose serving over selling. One of my biggest fears when I started, and the thing that held me back for so long, was that I didn't wanna be that girl trying to get their friends to buy something from them. I stand by that to this day. Once I allowed this journey and community to transform my life though, I developed a heart to pay it forward, to serve, to help. In the book, The Go-Giver by Bob Burg, he states, your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you receive in payment. So I'm always thinking, how can I help them? What part of what we do is gonna be a solution for them? What can I share with them that will make an impact in their life? From the outside looking in, it might appear that we're a fitness and nutrition business, but we all know it's much more than that. We give people hope. We give people community. We give people answers. We break the chains of disordered eating, depression, anxiety, self-hatred. You have to care more about other people than you do your own ego. Anytime I feel scared to post or to message someone or to invite, I think of the old me. I think about all the coaches on my team who were once drowning and barely surviving. I think about my kids and how different things would be for them if someone hadn't gotten over themselves and kept inviting me. When we save a mama, we save a family. Number 6, develop daily practices and habits that serve you. Habits are just a very clever trick of the brain to help us save energy and automate our tasks. If you've ever tried implementing a new habit, you'll find that it's not easy, right? But Darren Hardy says this: you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. Habits can make you, but they can also break you. What we most often talk about are physical habits. Is it your habit to drink 16 ounces of water at every meal? Is it your habit to exercise every day? Is it your habit to watch The Real Housewives at the end of the day? Or open a book and learn from some of the greatest teachers in the world? But what about our thinking habits? Is it your habit to see the good in everything? Is it your habit to see the obstacle as the opportunity? Is it your habit to overthink everything and therefore stay stuck? Or is it your habit to take massive action quickly and fail your way forward? The habits and rituals of your everyday life will become your future. Number 7, you have to have a vision that fuels you. There's a famous quote, "Without vision, the people will perish." When you don't have a clear vision for your future and the why behind the work, what's gonna motivate you to do the work? I'll never forget sitting in the audience of a live event, listening to Trent Shelton for the first time. He said this, he said, "You know what I tell people that have a problem with consistency?" He said, "They just don't care." Whoa, but he's right. If you have a problem showing up every day and doing the work, you simply don't care enough to do it. But that's where vision comes in. You have to figure out what you care about. Vision, for me, it's different than goals. Goals can certainly be layered into your vision. You can have a goal to be an elite coach, to make a certain amount of income, but vision is the juicy stuff. What kind of team are you building? What do they stand for? Where do you want to travel in the world? What kind of marriage are you building? How are you giving back to the world? What does a dream day in life feel like to you? What kind of kids are you raising? What kind of impact are you making? After a couple years in the business and my team hearing nonstop about vision from me, we were at a big team retreat and they asked me if I would read mine, The Magical Vision Behind the Success. I pulled out a random sheet of paper and I proceeded to read a bulleted list of things. Their response? That's it? Listen, your vision doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be poetic. It just has to be yours. Ask yourself what life would look like if you could just wave a magic wand. Don't overthink it. Put pen to paper, start writing. If it pops into your head, write it down. If this is the only thing you take away from this talk, you'll move mountains. You're here for a reason. Recognize that there is a calling on your life. Turn your pain into purpose. Okay, let's recap. Number 1, make a decision. 2, lean into your journey. 3, borrow belief. 4, start changing the way you think. 5, choose serving over selling. 6, create daily habits that serve you. And last but not least, cultivate a vision that propels you forward. If you do these 7 things, I promise you'll be off to the races, and things that you never thought possible will start to materialize before your eyes. And remember those 7 coaches I told you about? They're still with me today because they too continue to do those 7 things every day.